Good morning, everybody. I am sending this video out to all of my students, whether you have been with me since the start, whether you are just starting, this may be your first semester, or you may be starting this summer. And just some things I want to say that I have learned. I've been at this for, well, the course started this time last year, so we're just finishing up our first year of visa courses. I was here about 3 months prior to that, so I've been here almost 2 years, a year and a half. And I have become increasingly concerned about my students being overwhelmed. And I try to think about whether it's me expecting too much in a class um, based on the material or just what the situation is. So this is what I want to say to everyone, no matter where you are in this process. It is just that it is a process. I don't want anybody. I think what has happened is some of my students have gotten burned out right here at the end, and they want to quit. Quit is not a word that I will listen to in many ways. If you want to, take a semester off, that's different. But quitting, we don't quit. In fire and emergency services, we don't quit. And that has always been my rule for myself. And I'm sorry if I impose that upon you. Um, so I really thought about this morning. Um, the school, there's not a limited number of degrees that we're going to offer. And so for you, it takes as long as it takes. I know many of you have goals. Many of you have this career ladder that you have set for yourself, and that's why we're here. That's what we are doing. Is to we're here for you to make your life better after this is all over, or help you meet your goals, or help you meet that next step in your career pathway. We're not going anywhere. Um, I, I, I want each of you to think about, I can't tell you that you can't take a full load. But I also know that with no exception, as I sit here and think about it, everybody works full time. And so a full load is for those that don't work full time. I see grades falter when that happens. And then you don't, there's also emergencies that come up. I know some of you got popped pretty good time-wise when we had the hurricanes that came through last year. And I realize I'm kind of rambling a bit. So this is what I want to say to you. I want to say, take your time with this program. It is a 2-year plus program, okay? And I'm not trying to discourage anyone. That's just what college is. It's 2 years. And whether you fast track it, I can't tell you not to, but I can tell you that your grades will suffer. These are not freshman classes. These are senior level courses, and they demand more work, more effort, they're more intense maybe than perhaps you're used to. So I don't want anyone to get overwhelmed and to stress and to quit, because that's not what it's all about, especially at the end of all this hard work that you have done. If you're signed up to take classes this summer, maybe you're scheduled to take 3 or 4 classes. It's a short semester. It's 8 weeks. Maybe you want to drop a couple. It's not too late to do that. If you, it's the summertime. I know many of you have families. Please don't neglect your families for your schoolwork. That, again, that's a value. And I think that each of you holds that same value, is what I think. If you are getting in the weeds, as we used to call it in the restaurant business, where you are getting behind, let me know, and that way I can stay up. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what you don't tell me, and I'm going to do better. Part of this is my fault, and part of the way I'm feeling today is my fault, because I am not embedded in each of the classes the way I want to be, the way I should be. And I have some control over that, but not total control is the really sad part. So think about this as you're starting into school, as you're finishing up your first semester, as you're finishing up your next to last semester. I will work with you however I need to. That's what I am here for. I will be glad to give you incompletes as your grade, but just remember that you have to complete those. You get too many incompletes stacked, you're going to be back in the same hole. So I just want you to think about it. If money is an issue, I will go ahead and tell you that we have been invited by Motorola to apply for a $10,000 scholarship program for FISA students. It's only for our fire and emergency services students. So I'm really excited about that. Not saying we're going to get it, but there is scholarship money out there. So take a deep breath at the end of this semester. I know some of you are still doing work. I'm still doing grading. We'll get through it together, but I want you to take a deep breath. Take the month of May and have some fun with the family. I'm taking vacation in May. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm going to enjoy it. Life is too short. And I'm sending this out. I was thinking about Michael Kefauver, who was our student that was in the apparatus crash in Talbot County, Tatnall County. And, things happen and no regrets. I don't want anybody to have any regrets. Missing that child's baseball game or dance recital or piano recital or that birthday, whatever the case may be. So I'm feeling you can tell I'm feeling a little weird this morning, but I really have thought about it. Some emails that I got over the last couple of days have brought me to this thinking stage. And I want each of you to succeed. And succeed means learning. It means graduating. It means feeling good about what you're doing. I know that school can be a burden, but I don't want it to be such a burden that you burn yourself out and say, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, and quit. That's not what it's all about. So take your time. As people in emergency services, we want it now. That's just the way our jobs are. We have to go fast. We have to hurry because it's the next emergency. And so this is not that way. I want you to take your time. I want you to learn. I want you to learn the process of learning. That's what this program's all about. But I don't want anybody to be stressed. I don't want anybody to feel like they're quitting. I can't tell you what to do, but think about that course load. I know it's it's a daunting thing to look at it, down the road at what you have left to do, but it's how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So I hope that each of you has a great break. Grades will be posted. I believe they'll be available on Monday for you. And like I say, if you're not able to get your work done, don't use that as an excuse to slack. But I will give you incompletes. Some people, when they do all their work and it's substandard, that's different than when you haven't been able to complete all the work. And so this is a little bit different with those incompletes. You have a year to clear that incomplete. And so it's not something that you have to do over the next couple of weeks. Have a great break. I appreciate each one of you. I'm looking forward to a continued experience with some of you, a brand new experience with others that are starting this summer. We have more coming in the fall. The program just continues to grow. And I want to see that continue. And I want to see people walk across that stage with that diploma and that big old grin on their face because they earned it. And each of you know that you do earn it and you work hard for it. So have a great break. I'll see some of you. I think I'll see all of you in June. So we'll be around. We're moving out of our offices. They're remodeling. And so I'll be hanging out in the library for a couple of months now over the summer. When classes start in June, I'll the phone, we haven't quite figured out the phone issue yet, but certainly email me if you have anything that's going on or you need anything, and we'll still be around. So I appreciate each one of you. Sorry if this may not have seemed very professional, but it was just something that I feel responsible for each of you and your success. And so I want to be the mentor to you that someone was to me along my way through school. So take care of yourselves, and I will talk to each of you soon.